Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today I am finally getting a chance to share with you guys my take on sketch number 2 from the Alison Davis sketch bundle, which is basically single page sketches geared towards using 6x6 paper pads. I will post a link below in the description where you can find the sketch bundle. The Facebook group that she runs, as far as being able to kind of play along with a large group, that is closed, but the sketches are still available. I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that. I did stick pretty close to the sketch. I'm pretty sure I already threw my notes away. I have edited this video 6 different times. I'm kind of like, I'm done. I need to get this done and kind of moved on. But I do like to point out if I make any modifications, and I don't think I made any modifications to the general design of this one. I want to say, if anything, I added some striped borders, which you guys will see here in a little bit. And the 6x6 paper pad that I ended up using was more of like a daily life type of theme, but I only had the 6x6 pad. But because I'm using Simple Stories and they use the same color palette, which when I say that, basically that means that across all their paper collections, they pull from the exact same sort of color toolbox. So you can match up reds from their Christmas lines to their Valentine's Day lines to their summer lines to their everyday lines. You know that it's going to be the same colors. So what I end up doing as far as embellishments is I go to my other Simple Stories branded product and I find other sort of everyday themed things. So like I had Daily Grind and I can't think of the name of it. The older like Snap line. I can't think of what it's called. It may just be Snap. So here I've cut down one of the 6x6 patterns that has this like chunky stripe into 1/4 of an inch. And I've said before in past videos that I normally don't like to butt up to skinny strips like this to mimic a 12-inch long border strip. I was okay in this instance because of the pattern. I knew that because none of the colors repeated on the 6-inch size, that by butting it up together, it would actually look like a 12-inch. And then prior to doing this layout, I had caught up on a bunch of YouTube videos and I did like a deep binge of Alison's sketch support videos. And I think in one of them, she showed stitching on a striped pattern or something similar, and instead of just doing like white thread across it, she did colors in each section. So I think that was kind of in the back of my mind by the time I got to this, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. It definitely took a lot longer just from having to change the colors and stuff, but I think overall I like the end result. Now here I had, pretty sure I cut out a lot of the footage or I just didn't even record it. But the Polaroid dies that you can see in the upper right, those are a retired product from My Favorite Things. And it's just a set of 4 Polaroid frames in various sizes. To me, this is something that I keep out on my desk. It is a basic type of icon or shape. So I went with that to kind of use as like my embellishment clusters. I want to say on her sketch she might have used stars, but that might just be my guess because a lot of times on her sketches she'll do like a scripty floral or a star image, and it's not necessarily meant to be a star. It's just meant to kind of be a placeholder for an icon or an area for embellishing. So what I am kind of going for is the 3 stacked kind of messy photos. I want to just kind of have messy layered embellishments tucked on either side of those, if that makes any sense. There was a very similar sketch in the 2-page bundle, and I want to say it was sketch 4. And I want to say like the right hand side was very similar to this. And I had the same struggle. For whatever reason, something about having the very linear lined up photos over on the right, and then those 3 that are just kind of messy and more whimsical. For some reason, I really struggle with that, but I just kind of really try to push through it. If something like that is bugging me, I mean, this isn't like it's not like the greatest advice, but it's what I do, is I will try as hard as I can to get my photos to tilt and touch each other in the exact same way or as close as I possibly can get to the sketch. Because for some reason that makes my brain sort of fall in that, okay, you followed the directions kind of mentality. I tried a couple times just kind of stacking them the way that I felt like they could look good. I'm not good with sort of coming up with whimsical and random on my own while having it look either natural or having it just not look like a giant like mess of stuff. So again, my solution is I just really pay attention to the sketch and I try to get my photos to sort of land in the exact place that she's got it. And then the embellishing and stuff, I just kind of do my own thing from that point on. I kind of feel like if I can get the photos to find a home, I can typically find a home for everything else. And again, I'm just pulling from sticker sheets and snap cards and anything that I had on hand. I think I even pulled some brads from a couple different like everyday life collections. And I think this one that I'm getting stickers off of right now is actually a travel one. I can't quite see the whole thing. But again, because they use the same color palette, I'm not really looking at theme-specific icons. I'm looking at just either like a specific color that I want to include in that area, or maybe I'm looking for a rounded shape, or maybe I'm looking for a tiny phrase. That's typically what I'm kind of digging deep into those sticker sheets for. My journaling, I went ahead and just typed it up and printed it on another pattern from the 6x6 paper pad and included it in with the 3x3 photos that are all kind of lined up nice and linear. And I kept going back and finding more things to tuck in here. I think I could have kept doing this similar to what I had mentioned in sketch number 1's video. But at some point I have to tell myself, okay, you gotta stop. You gotta move on. Like, at this point, I was creeping up on different deadlines that I really needed to start working on. I have a pretty significant backlog of footage that I really need to edit and get videos done. I don't like making you guys sort of have to wait as long between videos, but sometimes that happens. And I do appreciate you guys being patient with things like that. School is finally over. I have my office back. However, I really, really need to do a big, deep clean in here. I really need to do like a reset of just putting things away, getting a little bit more organized. But couldn't do it this week, couldn't do it this weekend. This weekend was kind of the time where I was getting my scrap room kits done and getting that kind of stuff filmed, editing my pictures and stuff so that I can kind of get them to anybody else that needs them, and kind of just taking care of anything that actually has like a set deadline. So here is my finished layout and a couple shots of the like clusters and stuff. And I will catch you guys in another video as soon as I can get through editing it. So as always, I thank you guys for stopping by, spending some time with me, and chatting with me in the comments.